WJBD is proud to permit Radio Nowhere.
I will keep.
And we're back.
All right, we're back.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Who was that?
I don't know. Funky? Do you still have your sleeping cap on?
Is this how this works? Do I talk into this?
I
Yes.
tell you.
Is that how it
thing
works?
there. Yes.
Holy Moses.
It's been a while.
That's an understatement. How you been?
Good. Just not been up here, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
So what have I missed?
Not much.
All right.
Yeah, just Steve not screening phone calls to save his life, and trying to think what else.
Look, I'm a junior deputy now.
A junior deputy? Mm-hmm. I can't see. The monitor's in the way.
Here, I'll have to show you in there. See?
Oh, very nice.
Thank you.
So Matt Tackett
Steve Stein.
And Matt Liebarger.
and allegedly Chad Spray and Matt Donahoe following closely.
Would be the entire team for
For the first time since...
some time. First time this year.
Well, definitely. Let's talk about the music we heard. Steve, what did we just hear?
We just heard Take It Back by Pink Floyd.
I like that song
I love
a
that
lot.
song, too. I do, too.
And I'm not, I know this is almost blasphemy, but I'm not like the biggest of all Pink Floyd fans by any means. I like a lot of their music, but I'm not like, if given the choice between just about any Pink Floyd song and, I like The Wall real well, pretty much that whole album, but there's a lot of stuff of theirs I'm kind of on, but that's not one of them.
Yeah.
And before that, the band we heard was Digital Daggers, and the song was The Devil Within. Not to be confused with The Creature Without.
Or The Devil Inside by NXS.
No, don't confuse it with that either. So, the big game is mere hours away. 17, as I recall. Actually, exactly 17, because I believe it starts at 5:19 our time.
Are we excited about this?
Not really. Oh, I already looked, Funky.
Are there going to be any good commercials?
I looked. There's some stuff that we'll have to analyze it a little further. But no, I have you seen the commercial for Budweiser?
No.
The one with the dog.
Like the one from last year?
It's a sequel.
Okay.
It's a new dog ad, and it is amazing. And have you heard the controversy around? I believe GoDaddy. They did kind of almost a parody ad to it.
Okay. No, I guess I've not been in the loop with all that.
Yeah, that's about all I know. And then I think there's a I don't know, some other ads I had read about, but I can't recall exactly whose they were or what the content was. But it looks like there's a lot of buzz that there's going to be some pretty big movie ads this year.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is going to be a big movie year, so yeah, I would certainly hope so.
So you would think at least. But anyway.
So that happened.
Yeah. Snowmageddon didn't happen.
No, it kind of sounds as if it's going to stay to our north.
Yeah, Snowmageddon Part 2. So all that milk and eggs and bread that you bought.
I'm sure it's flying off shelves, even though...
You know, there's going to be a lot of French toast getting made tomorrow.
John's
people
Biscuits,
realize.
I think, is having a major run.
You know, and I was going to ask, did the new John's Biscuit ad come in for the big game, their big promotion that they're doing?
Not that I've seen.
Did you hear about that one, Funky? The big John's Biscuit promotion tomorrow?
No, I didn't.
Today.
Well, today, technically, yeah. Apparently at John's Biscuits, you know John's a major sponsor of Radio Nowhere, has a policy where never, ever, ever are they to sell biscuits that have been made the previous day. They're always baked fresh. And typically, you don't get butter or jelly or anything. It's just pure biscuit.
You got to go to the vendors outside to get that stuff.
Correct. So for the big game and the big game only, they're making special biscuits. They're the same regular biscuit, but you'll never guess what they're shaped like.
pinatas?
Biscuits.
They're shaped like biscuits?
They're shaped like biscuits.
Oh.
They're slightly bigger than the regular biscuit shape that John's makes, but in honor of the big game, they have slightly larger biscuits for a slightly larger game.
Seems very apropos.
Yeah.
Are they pickled flavored in a pinata?
No, they are not. They're not the kind of biscuits that Bruce Willis would enjoy. I know. It's a disappointment.
It is.
Speaking of disappointments, Funky, I believe you have a song for us.
That's a great segue.
I know.
Yes. I haven't been up here in a while, so I have a little storehouse of music I haven't gotten to play. So this one, if it's the one that I pointed out to you, this is a cover of a song from the 80s that I'm sure you know, by When in Rome. It's called The Promise.
Right.
This is by Sturgill Simpson, and he is... he's kind of known... His music's great, but he's known for sounding... quite similar to Waylon Jennings. So if you ever wonder what it sounded like to hear Waylon Jennings perform The Promise, this is it. It's Sturgill Simpson on Radio Nowhere.
Radio Nowhere, WJBD. Here with me, the artist Susie Sue, but not that Susie Sue. And
Lucy Lou.
Robert Koch. And that song also from the playlist of the first season of the show Blacklist, which is an enjoyable show with James Spader with an incredible soundtrack. Incredible. In fact, I may try and sneak one more in from that soundtrack here later. Nonetheless, 12:31. Steve, you want to do the honors?
I'm ready. Can I get an intro?
And now, the honors with Steve Stein.
And for the remainder of the night or morning, whichever you prefer.
Morning.
Looks like rain likely with a low of 35. So we're going to be close to that snow threshold, but they're saying it's going to hold off.
Who's they?
So, the peoples. Sunday, we've got a 100% chance of rain or snow with a high of 40, so a little uncertainty there. Sunday night, we've got a 30% chance of snow with a low of 18. Monday's going to be a cold one with a high of 27. Monday night, 21. Looks like we're going to warm up Tuesday and hit 43. And it's going to cool down a little bit for the rest of the week. Looks like another chance of snow maybe Wednesday night.
How much precipitation are we looking at tomorrow, Steve?
I'm hearing everything under an inch. Less. This says new snow accumulation less than a half an inch.
New snow. Do we have any old snow anymore?
I don't think we've got any snow.
I talked to my mom today. She said, how much snow do you still have on the ground? I'm like, none.
Yeah, not this winter, thankfully. I think we had enough last winter for a while.
Yeah, and the Farmer's Almanac before the start of the year, it kind of was implying that we had a very good possibility of another pretty snowy winter.
And what'd the woolly worm say?
I don't know. I didn't get a chance to interview the woolly worm. Some more music. Little Soundgarden. You remember this video, Black Hole Sun?
Vaguely.
Oh, indelible impression in my mind. Here it is. Not the video, the song. WJBD. Radio Nowhere on WJBD.
In Salem,
Illinois.
So what's new and exciting?
Wait. We gotta back announce.
Okay, yeah. Do your thing.
It's Funky's song.
Do you want me to run that one down?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
That was Cut Me Some Slack from Paul McCartney and the remaining members of Nirvana. That's from a I guess a soundtrack to a documentary. Dave Grohl from Nirvana and the Foo Fighters did a documentary on sound studios in LA where Fleetwood Mac, Tom Petty, a whole bunch of people recorded, and I think the soundboard is now in Dave Grohl's studio, and then he invited a bunch of the people back to record again with him and some other people to record, and that came out of the recording session with Paul McCartney.
How about that? So Paul McCartney had previously recorded?
He's one of them. I don't know if he did or not. But at any rate, that's kind of the highlight of the documentary. There's a neat moment where they're either recording background vocals or something for that song, and Dave Grohl says something under his breath about, I wish it was always that easy. Or they finish recording, he says, I wish it was always that easy, and Paul McCartney looks at him and goes, it is. Just kind of off the cuff. It's a cool moment.
Very good. Okay, your turn, Steve.
No, I was just going to say, so what's new with everybody and whatnot?
Well, we're past the first month of the new year, so
Yeah,
we made it.
This, I will say, after last winter, and it just agonizingly long, this winter is going by rather quickly, in my opinion. Maybe I'm alone on that.
I don't know. It seems like February was worse than January last year, though.
Well, maybe, yeah. Yeah, we got a little ways to go, but hey, it's already almost February, so.
Well, it is, actually.
Oh,
it is.
You're right.
Today is February.
Today is February.
Welcome.
February. Get a foot long. What?
What?
I don't know. I'm tired.
I kind of was picking up on that.
Yeah.
Long week?
Yeah, it's been a long week. This soda's not kicking in quick enough. One of those things.
See, usually it's Funky who's really tired because he's usually curled up in the corner.
Or that's your reasoning for me not being here.
Yes.
It is radio.
I'm not playing along, am I?
No,
Not
not
really.
really.
You're ruining everything. So, Matt, usually Donahoe and I talk a lot about the TV shows Flash or Arrow. Or do either one of you guys watch that stuff?
No.
I do not.
Good stuff, actually.
I've been working on maybe looking at starting to watch it, but I just started watching House of Cards. So I got a little ways to go before I can commit to another series.
Okay.
It's not too bad. It's got some pretty quality actors in it, and it's kind of a political drama. Well, it is a political drama, and
It's on Netflix.
it
isn't
is.
Yeah.
Yes, it's one of their original series. Which actually, I have to say that I've not seen any of the original series that Amazon's done, but the Netflix ones, by and large, have been, even the few that I've watched an episode or two of that I've not really been into the idea of, they do a pretty good job, really.
Funky, what's the Netflix original series they just announced that you're excited about?
Oh, that you mean Wet Hot American Summer?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's it's a prequel series to the movie that came out 15 years ago?
Probably. I've seen it one time, and it was at your house, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's like a summer camp movie that takes place on the last day of camp, and this series has all the actors from 15 years ago coming back to play the same characters in a prequel that is the first day of camp. So all the actors are coming back 15 years later to play younger versions of themselves.
Yeah. From what I remember, I mean, the show was just ridiculous, but it was actually really funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Now, how about you, Steve? You got any other besides Arrow and the Flash?
I have been watching that Agent Carter. It started out pretty good. I think it's kind of plateaued a little bit. Next week looks like it might be a little better. We'll see what happens. But they're supposed to have the Howling Commandos on it, so we'll see how that works out. I don't watch a whole lot of TV anymore, honestly, but
Yeah, I find that I don't know if it's everyone once you get to a certain age or if it's just the age we live in, but it does seem like about the only TV I watch is on like a series compilation, either DVD or streaming.
Really, that's almost the safe way to go anymore, because nothing aggravates me more than to get hooked on a new show and then it just gets canceled and it just turns into a total waste of time.
Well, one could argue that pretty much that's the gist of television in general, right? That's why we chose the illustrious career of radio.
Yeah, well, some shows last longer than others, and at least you get kind of a payoff, and then others you're just left hanging, literally.
Okay. Well, let us get back into some more music, unless Funky has anything to add at the moment.
I do not.
All right. This is also from the Blacklist soundtrack, because for some reason I'm obsessed with that right now. It's called Bird One.
Bird is the word.
War on Drugs on Radio Nowhere on WJBD. That song is Red Eyes. Has kind of a 1980s...
Very much so.
Dire Straits, Bruce Springsteen kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Well, we've come to that portion of the evening where we give our picks for tomorrow's game.
And get free biscuits from John's Biscuit Emporium.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go with Seahawks.
I would like to see the Seahawks win. How about you?
I'm going to go with taking a nap probably instead of watching the game.
Oh, it's at 5 in the evening.
I can still take a nap then.
Okay, good enough. There you have it. Nap, Seahawks, and Seahawks. We'll see who wins. Well, that's it. If you like what you heard.
Tell a friend.
Or two. If you don't like what you heard.
Don't tell anybody.
Not a soul.
Ever.
And don't forget, we usually try and get this up on YouTube, at least the talkie bits. And
yeah, wish we could do the music, but unfortunately, copyright doesn't really. They frown upon that.
Yeah, they're kind of a bad news on it. But anyway, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. Matt Tackett,
Steve Stein,
and Matt Leibarger.
Have a great rest of your weekend. And here we go. This is Husker Du.
Husker Du, with the theme from the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Radio Nowhere. WJBD Salem Centralia.
This has been an I Love Raisins production.